chef, which will prepare some dumplings today, which is a poor people food, which is very simple. It's basically flour and fat. It goes with a soup.
Yeah, traditionally they would use suet, which is the hard fat from the arteries. But today we're not making it so violent. It's vegetable suet.
We're gonna make a vegan version of the soup, of this traditional English peasant food, and we're gonna show how to prepare it. Hope everybody enjoy, and hope we enjoy too.
This one, there's loads of different variations because it's a really, really old food. So it's from thousands and thousands of years. There have been different variations. But this one is Windsor soup, which is from like the 1900s. It's a really simple, cheap beef soup, then made with some dumplings floating in it as well. It's kind of very simple peasant food. But it's also where the royal family got their surname, this soup.
The Windsor surname.
The Windsor surname.
Ah.
And Windsor Castle as well. But the soup I think helped because they were like trying to be in with the people.
Like, let's make this cheap food a noble thing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna need the flour for the dumplings, some parsley, some thyme, salt, that's the vegetable fat that we got, carrot, leek, onion, some black pepper, bay leaf, and some food flavoring for the soup.
So this is a picture of how theirs looked. I think ours is going to look very different.
That looks very dark, this one.
Yes, I think ours is going to be lighter and maybe some less things floating in it, like the fat.
Maybe that's the dumpling.
I think these hiding. But we can try.
Yeah.
We need to wash. They get lots of dirt inside these ones.
Just need to make the onions a bit golden. As we are rebels, most of the people peel the carrot, but we won't because we believe the vitamins are on the skin. So, right. Well, the goal is to make it look like a cube, so we should have both it already cut it, but we didn't. Perfect. Oh, chop it nice. The onions are getting that nice golden color. Some salt on top will be good.
And this is kind of like a mirepoix, which is French, which is when they do onion, carrot and celery all diced as a soup base.
How it's called again?
Mirepoix.
Mirepoix.
That's probably very bad pronunciation. We need to transfer it into a pot. We probably should have done that from the beginning. Is there in a pot? So we transfer it to a pot, add the stock, and then we let it bubble. We add some herbs as well, and then we can make and add the dumplings as well.
The dumpling is the part I'm more excited about.
Yeah.
Just check the recipe. It needs to be 1.4 liters of water. In the English recipe, 2.5 pints of water. So we use in the kettle where we boil the water just to find out the measurements. Then we'll be all good. Then we need to add the water here. Almost there. And we can roll the dumplings. Roll, not really roll, isn't it?
Yeah, squish.
Yeah. On the recipe also, I think to thicken in the stock, we're gonna have to add 1 spoon of flour, which I feeling is very dangerous because I've had very bad experience with hot things and flour in my life. But then I think it's gonna work.
Yeah, it makes kind of like a roux on the vegetables.
They absorb better the taste, maybe, with this clove of thing.
Yeah, and thickens very well as well. It's not so much for the flavor, I don't.
Somebody's a very excited cook today.
I'm so excited.
With the herbs, we didn't do anything. I thought we had to chop them, but we just need to put them whole, get the flavor goes out, and then we will remove them after. So they look quite nice, don't they? And also the bay leaves. Some food flavoring.
Yeah, it's the stock. So it's 4 teaspoons per liter. We have 1.4 liters. Let's do 6.
6, yeah.
Why not? Wow, it's kind of a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit a lot.
Why not? It tastes nice. It tastes like a chicken and mushroom pot noodle. That's interesting. But usually this would all be beef flavor. But because we're making a vegetarian version.
No vegetarian too. It's vegan version. Yeah.
Ours is going to be a bit different, but I think it'll still be nice.
Will be. I'm sure it will be nice.
It smells kind of good. It smells a bit good.
So we're gonna put 2 bay leaves.
2 bay leaves, 4 parsley stalks. But let's get some big ones. And usually what you do is you lie this on a piece of string and then tie them together, because then it's really easy to take them out at the end once they've added the flavour. But we don't have any string, so we'll just fish them out after. It's just a little bit more work. Add 2 of these.
Oh, it's just a little, isn't it? I imagine it would be way more.
Yeah, just a small amount, because they're very strong as well.
Wow. Looks fancy.
Yes, we have the bay leaf here, the thyme, and the parsley.
The recipe says to cook it for 2 hours, but as we know, adding any meat, we think it's not really necessary.
Yeah, as well, it says you can liquidize the soup once it's cooked for 2 hours. Obviously not liquidize the meat parts if you use meat, but I don't think it needs that, because the vegetables will be very soft as well, so I think it'll be nice.
It will be good.
Yeah.
What are the measurements you're using for the dumpling?
Well, it's supposed to be 4 ounces of self-raising flour, and then 2 ounces of suet, and then some pepper. They say to add horseradish as well, which I think would be really nice, but we don't have any. And I looked in the shop, and as well, none of the horseradish is vegan because they add cream for some reason. So we're gonna make a creative version, which is 4 ounces is about 3/4 of a cup. So we can work it out.
And how much fat we're gonna put on top?
Half the amount of flour.
Ah, that's the measurement.
Yes, that's the only way I'll do.
Cool. Well, we just run to an accident. We should have self-raising flour, which we don't. But then we're gonna add this very old baking soda together with the flour, and we'll be all fine.
Will be interesting. We'll see.
We'll be fine.
The key rule is we need half the amount of fat of the amount of flour. So the easiest way will be, I think, if we have a cup of flour, if we add maybe a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons
Of the baking powder.
Yes, bicarbonate of soda, baking powder is what we need.
So we're just adding 1 cup of flour and 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda to make our self-raising flour. That is the fat, the way they sell here.
And it's because when you get the meat one, this is how it looks, because they grate it to get it off the...
Try it.
Well, I'll try, it's very normal. It's horrible.
It's horrible, yeah.
But when it's added to things, it's nice.
So the black pepper is going finally here. Just a bit.
And now, even the recipe doesn't give you a measurement for the water, because everyone's flour is different. So it can rehydrate differently, depending on like loads of different factors. But your aim is to get it until you can form them in your hands and they're not really, really sticky.
They need like to be not sticking on the hand.
Yeah.
They need to add cold water, isn't it?
Yeah. If you added hot, it would just melt the suet and not be good.
Wow, it looks so good, but not.
Wow, maybe too much. But if you mess up and add too much water, you can just add a tiny bit of flour back, especially if you use real self-raising flour.
Which is the recommended, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of the only way to make them.
Oh, I don't think the peasants, like hundreds of years ago, had self-raising flour.
Yeah, no, but the wartime people, when the recipe's from, will have done.
Wartime people?
Yeah, is this a Torah? I think all this very wartime.
Ah, but this is a peasant food, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah. It's really diverse, the suet. I think it kind of went full circle. Because it used to be quite expensive and was used in fancy dishes, like Christmas pudding is made with suet. I can't work out if they're too dry. But you have to bear in mind as well, it's just going to float in liquid, so it will hydrate quite a lot. And maybe
quite a big ball, isn't it?
Maybe this is too big as well, but
yeah, I think it's too big.
I don't think much.
Your mom made smaller.
No,
she did.
Definitely not.
It was flatter too.
It's because she made them bad. And when you touch them as well, you can feel the shape of the fat inside. Because when it cooks, The flour is supposed to expand as the fat melts. So you're supposed to end up with a very fluffy, fatty, rich ball. Ooh, where did they go?
Disappear.
Usually when I make them they float. But maybe it's like gnocchi. Floats when it's done, but I don't remember.
Have you ever made them before?
Yes, but in a thicker soup. So usually it would sit closer to the top.
How long are you gonna cook them for now?
Now they're going to cook for about 20 minutes. But we'll check and see how they're doing as well. Because I don't know how big the ones in their recipe were. But you can't really overcook them, just undercook them. So, should be fine.
Will they float?
I hope so. We'll find out.
Wow, look who is floating.
Oh, they came off.
Yes.
Wow.
In less than 3 minutes. So I think they're kind of working. Wow. They are big now, aren't they? I think they are ready after 20 minutes soaking. Some of them even cracked. Look like a tiny bread ball, fatty. Could be fun. Let's have it.
Yeah.
Wow, now we're gonna have it. Let's see how does this beauty gonna taste. Let's cut this in the middle. I think it kind of worked. So let's see the taste. Hope it's not boiling hot.
I think it will be.
Be boiling hot. Tastes a lot of like the vegetables. It's kind of a slimy bread, sort of. Quite fun.
They taste good, or no?
Very good.
It smells quite good. It smells very carroty. The sauce just tasted the stock, but I think if you added the beef, it would be more flavor. If you found like a beef replacement, would be good.
Yeah.
And some other beef, like strong flavors like beef.
We could add it some more spices, isn't it?
It kind of worked, but it's a lot denser and kind of meltier. I don't know why. That's quite good.
Would you make again?
With self-raising flour, yeah. But no, I probably would. Maybe a slightly different recipe would change it.
What you'd add different next time?
I would do the flour differently. Maybe cook them a little bit longer as well. I think maybe mine were bigger than the ones in the recipe we used. Overall, not bad.
Yeah, it's a vegan peasant food.
Yeah, and it's been very rainy here today as well. So it's kind of nice to just have something hot. kind of stodgy.
We quite liked it. Don't know if we're gonna make again, but it's fun. Thank you for watching. See you guys soon. Bye. Where's the kiss?